Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Achieving Alpha and welcome back to another episode of Smart Money Analysis for today, that is 26th of May 2021. And this was a perfect day for gamma scalpers because you saw some crazy volatility. And the thing about gamma scalping is that if at all you have the correct entry and the correct exit, you can make some really good money. But your entry and exit need to be very much precise because a movement happens in seconds. So you will see that an option price can go from 30 to 70 within minutes and then can again crash back from 70 to 20 in the next few minutes. So in case you are interested, I have a very detailed video on gamma scalping with another example. And today was another day which I did gamma scalping. I basically wrote that I was going to play a contra trade, and the risk is to reward was very good because I had shorted Nifty when it was around 15350, and my stop loss was 15380 on the spot chart. And I told you that I am betting against the trend, so the chances of hitting the SL are very much, but the reward could be very good, which it was. And again you can see the order book here, and you saw that it was an easy 10k profit, not even within an hour. So that's what we had today, and yeah, good day overall. And after this the market again went back up, so that's why I'm telling you that the entry and exit need to be very much proper. So this is one thing. And yes, a very good day for option buyers, I did tell you. But overall the closing is just 30-40 points above yesterday's closing, but the volatility was too much. And one of the reasons could be the MSCI index rebalancing was scheduled for today, so that was what was causing. And again this was the monthly expiry, so this kind of volatile move was expected. Now, for those of you asking about the reasons that why in a bullish market I planned for a short trade, so there will be basically two things. The first one was global cues. So again, the global cues were not good, and a sell was generated, so I took the bet. Other than that, I will show you another thing. Okay. So this is the option chain for today, and at one time 15300 put option had a cumulative OI of more than 8 million. And this will come from experience. This is what I have seen, that when the price of the option is too low, so the premium was roughly around 15 to 20 rupees, and the put OI had increased to 8 million. Now I have seen this, that majority of the times what will happen is that retail trader will try to write this particular put thinking that it's an 8 million OI, and he will probably make money. That's what he will think, and you see that a lot of retail OI will be built up here. But you need to understand that the operators are aware of this, and what they will do is, especially when it's a weekly expiry, and even more when it's a monthly expiry, they will try to push the index down, let's say till 15270 or 260. And the gamma is so high when the expiry is close that the option of 20 rupees can go to 70 rupees or even more. I have seen it go to 100 as well. So Nifty option from rupees 20 went to rupees 100. I have seen expiries like that too. And we need to understand that when such kind of things happen, so of course the retail trader who had sold this put, his stop loss will be triggered, and that's when all of these will start unwinding their sold puts. So this is something which I have observed. So this was another reason why I initiated the short, because it was 8 million OI and the premium was very less, between 15 to 20 rupees. So that was another reason. Anyways, let's look at other things. So not a lot of data in the option chain today because it's only the day one. But again, let's try to do this. So basically you will see that the highest OI on the put side is still at 15200. Interestingly, a lot of writing has been done on 15300 if you observe the OI change. So some heavy number of puts have been written today for the next expiry. On the call side, you will see that the highest OI is at 15700, surprisingly. So maybe people are afraid, or even 15300 has a similar OI. But again, these are very tiny numbers, and you should not really draw conclusions from these. So not a lot of activity in the option chain, but still doing it. And again, let's have a look at the PCR and max pain. Again, this is totally useless to consider these when it's only Thursday. But yeah, still this is the max pain is at 15300 and the PCR is at 1.04. Let's have a look at Bank Nifty. Now this will have even less activity, but anyways, So you will see that here also you will find the highest OI on the put side to be roughly around 34,500, and but this is not really useful to even consider this option chain because there is hardly any activity. That's one thing. And even the operators played a very good bear trap today. So again, this OI at one time was more than 3 million, and you know what happened to the shorts. The shorts was so badly trapped, and Bank Nifty give a massive breakout at the end. And that's what we saw, and that's why I tell you that if at all you are selling option and you're getting some good profit, and till 130 the market has been very much in a tight range, you should exit your positions, because one move is enough to take away all your profit. And I have said this multiple times, but I hope that now you realize that. And you can consider gamma scalping at this time, but the success probability is very less, but the risk is to reward can be very good. So that's what we had today. Not much data in the option chain. Let's have a look at the charts once if we find something interesting there. So this is one such trend line which we are following since the March lows, and you will see that we breached this trend line here once, and then we again breached it. But basically this is the trend line as of now, and we have a continuous support from this trend line, and you should not think of shorting as per the technicals. I'm saying uh, unless we give a closing below this particular trend line. So that's the first thing. And surprisingly, you need to note that Nifty has observed an all-time high closing. So the closing is the highest the Nifty has seen till date, and this is great. But anyways, let's see how do things turn up, and a lot will depend on the global markets and what have the FIIs done today. So yesterday also I told you that the data was looking bullish, and the FIIs are continuing to build up their bullish positions and increasing their longs. But today again will be interesting to watch what is the data and how is the FII activity. And yeah, once the data is out, I will update it in this particular video and share this one. Let's quickly skim through the global cues before that. So we observed a really good selling in the global markets around the second half of our trading session. So we saw that Dow futures hit a low of roughly about 3,475, and you can see that S&P and Nasdaq are still looking weak. Dow is gaining some strength, and European markets are looking weak. In particular, DAX has slipped from 15,600 to below 15,400 in under 2 days, and this is the low. And even FTSE is looking weak as of now. The only strong contender here is the French index, which is CAC 40, but you can see that it's very much strong as of now. But the global markets play a very important role on how we are going to perform going forward. And Dow is looking weak, and if at all today the spot shows a weak closing, then maybe this could be signs of a top formation. So let's see how do global markets perform. And in spite of the global weakness, we gave a very strong closing today, so that's something which is very positive. Talking about Nifty futures or SGX Nifty, it's roughly around 15,415. So it's about 10 to 20 points more than the closing of the June future which we had. The series has rolled down, and you can see that we have the June series here. So yeah, this is for the global cues, and let's see what do we see in the data. The data for the cash market seems to be out, and again we have observed a net selling of over 660 crores by the FIIs and 112 crores buying from the DIIs. So again, this is what is the concern, that you see that in the net month of May they have sold a net over 9,300 crores, and even in April they sold more than 12,000 crores in cash. And if you compare the closing of April month to where we are now, we are almost over 5%. And we need to think that why is this rally basically occurring, or why is the market so heavy. So we need to be very much cautious because we are near the all-time high. People are talking about 16,000 and above, but I already made a video explaining that why it won't be that easy. Of course, anything can happen, this is market, but we need to bet on probabilities and think on what is a highly probable thing to happen. So again, overall this is negative for today, and let's have a look at the derivatives data now. So the data for the derivatives is out, and it's about 9:15 p.m. when the data is out, and I have hardly seen that the data is out so late, and there are reasons. So you can see that the net long in index futures from FIIs is at 88%, and that's too much long. So they are long about 90% in the index futures, which is heavily bullish. But and I say the but again in capital letters, that we need to be very much cautious, because I have rarely seen that they go this high in the index. And you can see that there was a very good short covering which we observed today, and probably a lot of this is in Bank Nifty, because you saw that Bank Nifty gave a massive breakout at the end. But we need to consider that basically the shorts are too less now, the longs are too much, and definitely I would not go long after looking at this. So this is like at the peak of its reversal. So let's see how do things turn up. Now they might go even a percent or more, but further upside from here looks a little hard to me, to be honest. But again, it was a monthly expiry, so we can say that this could be because of a one-time, expiry kind of an effect. But let's see. This is still, a lot bullish, and I would not prefer making any fresh longs after looking at this particular thing. That's one thing. Let's have a look at stock futures. So stock futures, you will see long unwinding and short covering both. So that's what we can see in the stock futures. Let's have a look at the options data. So put shorts in the index have rather decreased by 54%. And again, the expiry effect is of course there, so we need to keep that in mind. And the call shorts have also been decreased, and you will see that the call shorts have been decreased by this quantity, and the absolute numbers in which put shorts are decreased is this. So again, this is the option writing activity. Let's talk about option buying activity. So the call longs in the index have decreased by 54%, and in absolute terms it is this figure right here. And the put shorts have the put longs in the index have also been decreased by 48%. So you will see that this is primarily because of the expiry effect, and not a lot of fresh positions maybe in the next weekly expiry. But certainly the verdict is that this is bullish, agreed, but we need to be very much cautious, because this is 88%, and from here basically I do expect that some profit booking should come. So let's see how do things turn up, and the final verdict is that you need to be cautious, and if possible avoid long. Maybe you can avoid some points in the index as a profit, but going long at this particular net long position could be very much risky. So this is it for this video then, and yeah, the data was out late, so the video would be late today. That's okay. That's something which is not in my hands, but yeah, thank you so much for watching till the end, and if you like the video, please consider liking it, and if you're new here and coming here for the first time, subscribe to this channel for more such content. Thank you so much for sticking around till the end. Have a good day, take care, and bye bye.